Here we go.
Yes, sir. The boys are back in town.
Rap Sports News.
RSN Podcast.
Shit. What's going on, man?
Well, another week down.
Yeah, man. Let's get into some topics.
Yes, sir.
Starting with Jim Jones and Nas. Hot damn. Why'd he do that?
Man.
So you've been living under the rock. Basically, Jim Jones said that he was more relevant than Nas is right now currently.
I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that.
He also doubled down and said that he's the reason why Nas is going this viral. And Nas hasn't been viral like this since Ether.
Have we not seen any of the King's diseases or the magics or anything Nas has done?
You don't even have to say music, bro. Him breaking up with Khalees was more viral than this BS.
Yeah, man. Nas is Nas. At the end of the day, like, you know, him trying to compare himself to Nas and all that. I like Jim Jones for Jim Jones, right? Like, I don't want to sound like a hater or anything like that. I really like Jim Jones' music. I'm a fan of Jim Jones. But Nas is at a whole nother level for me. For me, he's at a whole nother level.
Tiers higher.
Yeah. Like, you know how in battle rap they say like mid tier, top tier and all that? Mm-hmm. Like Nas is top tier. Jim is not top tier. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. He's a great mid tier.
Bottom mid tier.
But he's not a top tier. When people name Jay-Z, Nas, even Drake, Jay-Z, Nas, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, whoever's your guys that you like to listen to or girls, they don't name Jim Jones.
No, that name never gets brought up.
Sorry. Now, influence-wise, Jim had a lot of influence, man.
Yeah, clothing-wise,
style-wise.
Like in the Love and Hip Hop type of way.
Yeah, like swag-wise. And that was because of a collective of him with Dipset. So here's another point I just thought of right now. We wouldn't really know Jim Jones at all if it wasn't for Dipset. You know what I'm saying? Nas didn't have a group.
He wasn't the one that we cared about. Like
everybody was worried about Cam.
And Jewels.
Then Jim.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when he's comparing the two, it's like, bro, like people rocked with Cam, really. Like Cam, then Jewels, then you. Nas was Nas by himself the whole way through.
It's like if you're gonna compare, you gotta compare yourself to other groups where you stand, right? So like you gotta be like, if you're talking about Dipset versus
the Locks.
Junior Mafia. Yeah, you can even say the Locks.
He's Chic Luch.
Right?
He's Chic Luch.
And Junior Mafia, he's Lil C's.
Yeah.
And Flipmo, he's Spliff Star.
He's Spliff Star. Yeah. Like he was never the lead guy. And his honestly, like I said, this is not no Jim Jones hate because I rock with Jim. But his biggest song was Ballin'. That was a huge song. That was a massive song, you know. You can't discredit that, but
and then after that, it was Pop Champagne, but your boy burned you on the song.
Yeah. Now, I just thought of something because I just thought of your boy. If we want to compare people, you couldn't even compare him to Soulja Boy.
No.
Because Soulja Boy got more hits and
way more influence.
That's crazy. I was just thinking, like, who would you compare him to? Like, if Jim was right here, right now, you say, Jim, I'm gonna give you a fair matchup. Yeah, I was going versus
Chic Luch.
I wouldn't want no disrespect to Chic, but I don't know enough of his catalog to say.
And I feel like everybody else feels the same damn way. That's why I said that.
I don't know enough.
Like you wasn't the front guy. You wasn't Jadakiss. You wasn't Styles. We remember Gangsta and Gentleman. We remember Kiss the Game Goodbye. I don't know what Chic's album name was.
No, I don't either.
But I do actually know Jim. I know Product of My Environment because I like that CD.
And Wasted Talent.
I don't remember that.
I remember Wasted. You know, Jim had. I feel like Jim is one of the, not to prolong this, I think Jim does this thing by himself, but his most memorable moments is him as a collective. Yeah. Either him with Dipset or, don't forget, him and Mano, Lobby Boys. Because they had some fire on there. I remember now. They had some fire on there, him and Mano. But like I said, it's still a collective, you know.
New music from Cardi B. Am I the Drama is coming out in September.
Okay.
This is gonna be her second album since like I think that was like 2017, 2018, something like that.
Is she the drama?
Yeah, man, she's been doing a lot. Didn't she just make a song dissing her baby daddy?
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear it. Yeah, I guess she is the drama though.
So I know the girls are excited about that. So shout out to Cardi.
Word.
The Clips, they dropping a new project too. They just dropped a new song. So be it. What'd you think?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. I like the video. I like the scenery and everything. It's, I feel like it's a clip sound.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering like what's the goal for the Clips? Like what's their career goals for the Clips? Like
I think at this point they gotta just be having fun.
yeah.
I don't think they care like that no more. In news, so we had a man out in DeKalb, Georgia, who ended up ending his uncle's life over a honey bun.
He said it right, guys. This guy ended his uncle's life over a freaking honey bun.
And from what I heard, he left the house to, I guess, cool down. And he came to the conclusion to go back in that house
Oh my goodness.
and then end his uncle's life for a honey bun.
That's crazy, bro. How do you think this played out? Like he had to like say something crazy to him.
No, I don't think it was even like that. I think, the uncle went in there. He saw a honey bun. He ate the honey bun. Then the nephew came in and said, yo, where's my honey bun? Oh, sorry, nephew. I got one. I can go to the store later and get you one. But it's like, nah, that was my honey bun. And
Oh man.
douche.
He must ain't eaten a couple days or something. That's crazy, man. I it's hot outside. People are doing ridiculous things.
I'm just wondering, like, what type? Was it regular or jumbo?
There's no way it was a regular honey bun, bro. There's no way possible he did all that over a regular honey bun. There's no way possible. And I feel like they're leaving something out. It had to be something. It had to be like a honey bun and
Nah, I mean, this got to be something, like, built
Something
up
up.
from a long time ago. Like, family members, they get mad at each other. They don't say nothing. And then, like, it comes out like that, I guess. Which is sad, because that could have been worked out so many other ways.
I mean,
That
golly.
really could have been solved with a fight.
Yeah, they should have threw the hands. Now, honey bun, I can't understand this. I mean, some salt and vinegar chips, that might have been different.
No, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I just can't see it over food. Like,
I'm joking about the salt and vinegar chips, by the way. I'm joking.
let me practice this, right?
Uh,
That's my honey bun. Someone got to die. Like, it just sounds so stupid.
I couldn't even say that with a straight face. I couldn't even say that like,
Nobody better touch my honey. Oh, you ate my honey bun?
yo. And then the thing
I can't
is,
do it. I can't do that without like it sounding stupid.
and not to be, no offense to nobody, but I would have thought the guy would have been a bigger gentleman to do that. He looked very skinny.
Yeah,
I was thinking like that's something like some
big back.
yeah, that's some greedy stuff right there. I don't know, man. Don't touch people's food at this point.
Now they're gonna react like that.
Nah, not at all.
Crazy. That was psychotic.
That's wild.
But he has the right idea where he's going,
Yeah, he's gonna have plenty of honey buns there.
and those things are currency.
Yikes.
This next one was kind of bugged out too. So there was some 5th grade girls that made a plot to end a young boy's life because he cheated on one of them.
What do they know about relationships at 5th grade, bro?
I don't know, man, but that was like sad to hear for sure. I guess like one of the students overheard their plan and ended up saying something. Then like the cops came in and questioned the girls. They said 3 of them was remorseful, but like I think the one that like really set it up thought it was funny.
That's wild. And I did see that they had it all planned out. Like one was gonna be the lookout, one was gonna bring the knife, one was gonna, like I'm like, man, like that's what they doing these days? That's what they doing in 5th grade?
Yeah.
5th grade, man. Like that's nuts. Like where is the mental at that point? Like,
Just it's all over TV and like media, stuff like that. You don't know what they're asking their AI and stuff like that. So
like we talked about on this show so many times before, people are just desensitized.
Mm-hmm. It's wild. Philadelphia. There were 2 thieves that robbed a Brinks truck and got away with $1.5 million.
Yikes. Well, at this point, what do you do?
Yeah, man. That's a crazy come up. But, we'll see what happens. I think they're going to catch him eventually.
Yeah, it's always a slip up somewhere. Like, I feel like you see on the TV shows, the first point is hopefully they didn't do it with their own car. Right. Because they're just going to track you down.
Right.
So.
But it's like someone had to be on the inside. Like, you just riding around and they catch you with 1.5. Like, usually it's not even that much. Usually it's like a couple 100,000 maybe.
Yeah, I feel like they had to know. They had some inside information. They had to know, all right, this is going to be loaded with a big amount. Then number 2, they may or may have not known the driver. And I don't know, man. I think it was definitely something on the inside. But I think, honestly, if I was a driver, hopefully I don't know. That's a tough situation to be in. Because everybody looking at you like, you let it happen, dog. Yeah. You let it happen, dog.
And I remember, like, a long time ago, I seen one where all they had was like $80,000, right? And they got in a full-blown shootout over that.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. He let it happen so easily. Like, you got a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got 1.5 and you're not armed. Like, right. You got your weapon. You have to. They won't let you go without it.
So it just looks real funny from the outside looking in. But I don't have any proof that the driver had anything to do with that.
No one's. Maybe he's just afraid to shoot.
But I am giving you a side eye.
Yeah, man.
And I'm looking at what you're buying.
Yeah, watching his accounts for sure.
Sports, OKC won the championship.
Oh, man. OKC Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder are now NBA champions. Like I told you guys many times before, I wasn't a big fan of the NBA Finals this year. I didn't really watch it like that, but I started watching the beginning of the final game, Game 7. I saw Halliburton got hurt. He tore his Achilles just like, who was it? Tatum from Boston. So, prayers out to him. Hopefully he has a quick and speedy recovery. Everything be well with him. So that took him out of Game 7. Thunder just kind of just cruised their way through and took that game, man. So shout out to the Thunder, man. They first championship ever.
Nice. Lonzo Ball got traded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of trades going on right now. But Lonzo Ball, latest one I saw, he got traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I forgot the gentleman he got traded for, but so I should be interested. Him over there with Donovan Mitchell now. So that should be pretty interesting.
And LeBron James offered $56 million to stay in L.A. for season 23.
Yeah, man. Bron has opted in with the Lakers, $56 million. And he's going to be the first player ever to play 23 seasons in the NBA. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's pretty amazing, actually, when you think about it.
I feel like Bron trying to stack up the stats of like first player ever to do something. First player, father and son to get into the game together. First player, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I mean
why not? I mean,
yeah.
At this point, why not? He's done. Done it all.
Yeah. I feel like that's how it's supposed to go at the end.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, get down in the comments. Let us know what you think. If you made it this far, we want to thank you. That's another RSN podcast. I'm Canary Valens.
Slyce.
Peace.